Hello, everyone. My name is Keely Vieira, and I'm bringing you another episode of Keely Vieira Podcast. I am just a dad trying to figure it out, a millennial trying to figure out several streams of income and survive this thing we call life. If you're a dad as well, if you're a parent, if you're a person who's want to strive for more in their life, to be better, to find the positives in it all, follow along, follow the journey. I am bringing this podcast as a daily journal type of thing, a daily recorded audio and visual. I also record these videos on YouTube as well. But today's topic, I wanted to chat about this thing called balance. And I always struggle with trying to do more of stuff, and I end up sometimes thinking I don't do anything at all. And last month I was trying to get on a good schedule. I created a daily schedule for myself, what times of the day I wanted to do certain things, including my morning routine, how I'm going to start the day off, how am I going to fit in an exercise schedule, how am I going to fit in stuff that I need to do before and after my 9 to 5 job. So all these things came into play while I was making this schedule. And at first it was hard because I didn't wake up at a set time prior to this schedule. I just woke up when I woke up. And I think that was the start of it all. And figuring out what time I was going to wake up for the day and what time was appropriate for me to start. And yeah, it was kind of a challenge at first, but once I wrote it down on paper, it kind of made sense. I could see that I actually had more time than I thought. And that was surprising because, I do have a part-time job aside from reselling thrifted items, aside from other things, being a parent, daily life. But I realized that I did have quite a bit of time in my day to squeeze in other things that I feel are necessary for my growth. So the overall topic that I want to chat about today is balance. And it's like drinking water. Like, you need to drink water to survive. There's no doubt about that. You need to drink water to hydrate, to stay physically well. But drinking too much water is not good for you. Drinking too little water can be detrimental for you. So drinking the right amount of water is very important for you, for your body, to live. And I think that it reflects on what we do in the day, as far as our goals are related, what we want to achieve in our lives, whether it's multiple streams of income or learning a new skill, or being a good dad, or being a good husband to your wife, or vice versa. There's always a give and take to this challenging topic of balance. So I think getting a schedule on paper really helped me out with this challenge. But balance is an equal distribution of weight or amount. Other words for balance is symmetry, evenness. And for example, today I before I started this podcast, I just felt like, man, I didn't do anything today, but I did a lot today. I really did a lot, that I accomplished a lot that I wanted to accomplish, and I'm glad. And I shouldn't feel like I didn't do anything because I did check a lot of boxes off the list. I mean, I woke up at 5:15. I had a nice shave. I started my day off with a shave. That kind of wakes me up, wakes my face up. I sat in a live education session learning about crypto via IML. I exercised for 30 minutes. Me and Kel got up and moved our bodies to YouTube vids. We made a smoothie for breakfast. That was nice. I washed and put away 3 loads of clothes today. I called an appointment for a doctor that I was much needed since a couple weeks ago. I had planned to see the doctor after the new year just to check myself, check my body, check my health. I also made a lot of content. I made over 50 pieces of content. If you want to double it up, I made 19 story posts on my IG, times 2 because it copies to my Facebook as well. I made 3 regular IG posts times 2, which it also transfers to my Facebook. I did 1 Twitter post. So that right there, total 45 posts today. If you don't count the Facebook doubling up, it pretty much adds up to over 20 pieces of content. And that's not including this podcast audio and this podcast visual on YouTube. So that was my content for the day. And after making a lot of pieces of content, I made dinner, and just now I'm doing this podcast. And how fulfilling it was to start my day, continue to check the boxes, continue to just do the push-ups that I need to do. Really focusing on one thing at a time. Once I finished my workout, boom, I made a smoothie for breakfast. After that, I knew I really had to call the doctor, so I did that. And it just felt like, okay, check. Okay, next, check. And it just makes it a lot easier to kind of have some core starting points for me. Having my shave of the morning, having my exercise, having my content creation time allotted, and in between we can squeeze in the other things that are very necessary for us, like calling for appointments, making food for dinner or what have you. But sometimes I want to do more of one thing, and I try not to let myself spend too much time on that one thing because it takes away from other stuff that I feel like I need to focus on. And I think just realizing that you are checking off the boxes, no matter how small these things might seem to be in the moment, we really are we're moving forward, no matter how big the steps are. And I think that's kind of key to remember when you're trying to achieve goals. I have not traditionally been a goal achiever, honestly. I just rolled with the punches before, and now in my 31st year of life, I gotta be better. I want to choose to be better. I am gonna be better, and this year is the year for me to smash, to just accomplish some stuff for myself. And I've worked so hard in my job before, and it wasn't for me. I wasn't working for me. I was spending so much time for other people that I wasn't spending time for myself. And in turn, I wasn't helping myself or my family. I might have been working for money, and I might have been, better off financially, but now I'm just sacrificing less time at work for more time here to do things that I want to do and I want to pursue and I want to check these goals off. But I just ask and I implore that you stay on your track, you configure your schedule, you jot down on paper and see what it is on paper. Because once you put it on paper, it's gonna be a lot more clearer to you. Because I was not one to write stuff down either. I was just one like, hey, you know what, I'm just gonna put it in my head, you know. And it didn't work out. And now it's seeming to be working for me. And when I see the stuff that I wrote for what I did today, it's a lot. I mean, I did a lot and I'm glad, but I know this isn't over yet. I know this is just the beginnings for me. This is just the humble beginnings for me. And I'm just looking forward to doing more, completing more. But just continue, y'all. Just continue. It ain't easy. It's not easy juggling life, juggling work, juggling the mind, juggling the body. I mean, balance. I mean, we have to take some time to work on balancing everything. Not too much or not too little of something, you know, that right middle ground for you, for whatever it is that you want to accomplish. But I thank you again for listening to my words. Thank you again for tuning in, for listening to this podcast, for watching this video on YouTube. I hope the best for you. I wish you the best. I hope you stay strong and stay positive on your journey, y'all. Aloha. Thanks for listening. Shoots.